Pause YouTube, how's it going everybody? Got for y'all today another Showdown live, and actually I don't know when this will be going up, if either it's going to be Wednesday or Thursday, because if it goes up Thursday, Wednesday is probably the day that I'll decide to upload my little channel update video. So if you guys didn't watch that, I would really appreciate it if you would, and I'll leave a link to that somewhere in this video. Although if this goes up Wednesday, then probably that Thursday is when I'll upload my update video, so you guys should check that out, because it's going to be regarding Pokemon X and Y and possible future Let's Plays on my channel that this time I will make sure to finish, I promise. But yeah, anyways, as you can see, got a really fun team. This team was based around Kyurem White, obviously. Again, I got this from my boy Ed, got his pace bin that he passed me a couple months ago, and it looked like a very fun team. I really like Kyurem White. So we got Choice Scarf Kyurem White, which just destroys everything in the Ubers tier. We have Arceus Water. We have Physically Defensive Giratina, which is one of the bulkiest Pokemon in the tier. Holy crap, if you've ever played Ubers, you will know that Giratina just like practically never dies. Next off, we have Fortress, and this set is actually built to beat Extreme Killer one-on-one, because you Toxicate, then you have the Hail, you can Pain Split, and originally it had Sturdy over Overcoat, but I just really wanted Overcoat because this way I wouldn't be hit by my Hail, and then I would still be regaining HP with leftovers. So yeah, I wanted to try out Overcoat. We have Sub-Bruised Ho-Oh. I don't know why it's on here. I guess maybe for Sun Team, so that's understandable. And then of course we have Lambo Blue, the shiny Abomasnow. So with that, let's get this started. Alright guys, so we got a first battle. My opponent has a pretty interesting, well, I don't know, I wouldn't say interesting. It looks kind of standard. Threats though, Mewtwo is definitely going to be a huge problem, so I gotta watch out for that. If I'm able to get rid of Kyogre and get on my Hail, I know Kyurem would definitely be able to put in some work to his team. As for leads though, he might lead off with the Darkrai, so that could be a bit annoying. So I'm gonna have to watch out for that, but I think I might just lead off with my Fortress, as he does lead off with the Darkrai. So this turn I'm just gonna switch right into my Giratina, as he actually goes for the trick, and it turns out to be Choice Scarfed. Okay, unfortunately now I just gave him my leftovers. So what I'm gonna do is go for the Will-O-Wisp on the off chance that maybe he wanted to switch out or something, as he does just make the safe play though by putting me to sleep, which isn't actually entirely too bad for me. And then this turn I should be able to just safely bring in my Ho-Oh, as he does end up going for the substitute. I'm not at all worried by that, so I'm just gonna go straight for the Brave Bird, as he ends up going for the Dark Pulse. Thankfully it doesn't do entirely too much, as I'm gonna be able to just safely eventually beat this thing one-on-one. So to be honest, I'm not really too worried about it. Alright, sorry about that, I paused the video. Anyways, this turn I really want to go for the substitute, predicting him to switch out. Yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go for sub, predicting him to maybe switch into like Fortress, then double out into Kyogre, I mean. And yep, that's exactly what happened, so I'm in a very good position. And now I'm just gonna go straight for the Sacred Fire. Even though the Kyogre switching is very obvious, I can still get a chance to burn him. Unfortunately though, I do not, but it's fine. Now you see that he doesn't have leftovers, so he could be choiced. So what I'm gonna do is just stay in and go for the safe Brave Bird, as he turns out to have Surf, which automatically confirms the fact that he is indeed offensive. And look at that, I'm very close to now winning the Weather War, and I'm gonna be forced to switch out. So what I'm gonna do is just make the safe switch into my Arceus probably, although he could easily double out into Fortress. I mean Ferrothorn. Wow, okay, I need to learn the names of these things. And with my Giratina asleep, I don't really want her to take any unnecessary damage, although it could bring it in, and if he does bring in the Ferrothorn, I have a chance to burn him or phase him out. So yeah, maybe Giratina is my best switch in, as he just ends up going for the safe Scald. Surf. What am I doing? Okay, so yeah, I'm in a good position just to go for the Sleep Talk. Because, I mean, I'm Choice Scarf, so come on. I gotta outspeed something on this team. Actually, no. Even with the Scarf, I'm relatively slow. So come on, Will-O-Wisp, cross your fingers. Nah, I got the Roar, but that's fine. As I roar him out into the Palkia, that's actually really not good for me. I really want to switch into my Arceus. But I feel that maybe No, yeah. Arceus is definitely my safest switch in. As he unfortunately misses a Spatial Rend, now I don't know if he's Spexed or Scarfed, which is unfortunate, but I'm just going to take this chance to get on my rocks as he goes for the Spatial Rend. And judging from my damage, I'm thinking maybe he is Scarfed because that didn't do entirely too much. And I believe after Stealth Rocks, Kyogre does die off to the Hazard, so that's really good for me. Excuse me. Then this turn, what I kind of want to do is double out into my Ho-Oh, predicting him to bring in Ferrothorn, because I don't want to bring in Abomasnow and allow him to get up a free Hazard. Well, I mean, even if his Arceus is Arceus Ghost, I have Toxic on my Fortress, so it's not entirely too bad, I suppose. So yeah, I think I'm just going to switch right into my Abomasnow, as he actually brings in the Mewtwo. Crap. This is actually a giant threat, and he has leftovers, which makes it an even bigger threat. Oh, crap. I need to get off prior damage on this. So what I'm going to do is just go for the safe Ice Shard. Nice 14% as he goes for the Aura Sphere. I knew I would be able to live that. And actually what I can do this turn, because I'll be able to live another one, is go for the Leech Seed, then go for the Protect. That way I get the Hail damage and I get the Leech Seed damage, which is what I probably should have done, as he actually ends up going for the Calm Mind, which is perfectly fine by me. Because even at +1, I might actually be able to still live a hit. Because all I have to do is bring him at least below 50%. And I just really want to protect. Yeah, I have to protect. It's my best play to do right now. As he does Aura Sphere. Thank you. Now I get off 18% more damage. See, with him having leftovers is actually really helpful to him. And then this turn, I might be able to actually just switch into my Ho-Oh now that I look at it. Or I can bring in... no. I think just Ice Shard is my best play in the end. Because even at +1, I'm very near full HP. So I should still be able to live a +1 Aura Sphere. As I go for the Ice Shard, he's going to go for the Aura Sphere. And I do live! Thank you. And now, thanks to the Leech Seed and the Hail, I should not bring him down to a point where he'll die off. Crap, if he's got Recover, that's going to be really bad for me. Oh, damn it. I have to Ice Shard. It's my only play, because I think Leftovers Mewtwo does run Recover, but no, he actually switches directly into Ferrothorn, which means he probably doesn't have it, which is just so helpful right now. And what I can do is bring in my Ho, but I feel like he's going to be that guy who has Thunder Wave. So what I kind of want to do is just switch into my Fortress. That way I can start getting up my spikes. And look at that, he does have the Thunder Wave. Good thing I did not bring in my Ho, because that is exactly what he predicted. And now I can start getting up my spikes, which is going to be so beneficial to me, because with that layer of spikes, I guarantee that Kyogre will die off to the next switch in, and then I will be able to win the Weather War. As long as I don't get paralyzed, and thankfully I do not, as he brings in the Palkia. What to do? Remember, I have Overcoat, not Sturdy. Which means he could potentially knock me the fuck out. Do I really want to bring in... Yeah, I'm just going to switch into my Arceus. As he goes for the Fire Blast. Oh, thank you. And now I can get up a free Recover, which means I'll still be able to keep Arceus to switch into Palkia later in the game. And now I force him to switch out, which also racks up the entry hazards damage, which is going to be really helpful to me to weaken this Palkia, possibly bringing it down to a point where my Abomasnow's Ice Shard will be able to knock it out. So yeah, I'm in a very good position right now, as he brings in the Ferrothorn. That is perfectly fine by me, because I'm slowly wearing it down. I'm going to be able to get back up to full HP, as this turn he's probably just going to go for the Stealth Rocks, but I really don't want to switch into my Kyurem just yet. I think I'm just going to switch back into my Fortress, as he actually Thunder Waves again, predicting me to switch out, and that's actually fine by me. Because this turn, I think I'm going to go for Toxic. Yeah, because I feel like he's going to switch back into Palkia or possibly even the Mewtwo. That way I can go for the Toxic, and even if he brings in Arceus, that'll be really good for me. As he actually brings in the Kyogre, I guess just scouting out to see what I wanted to do, and I got paralyzed. So this is actually really good for me because now he doesn't know that I have Toxic. So this could probably make him feel comfortable enough to bring in Arceus, and that way I can Toxic Arceus and eventually stall it out. As he does indeed bring in the Arceus, this is perfect. Because now I'm going to be able to go for the Toxic, and this is what this Fortress set is built for, to beat Extreme Killer and Arceus Ghost, if I'm not mistaken. So getting off that Toxic is really beneficial to me, so I'm just going to go for the Pain Split. That I just gave him HP, the fuck? I was not expecting that. Okay then, you learn something new every day. I'm just going to go for Layer Spikes as he goes for the Earthquake. See, I probably should have gone for the Toxic. I mean, not the Toxic, but the Pain Split. But yeah, he's really, just really getting worn down. See, this is why this set is really good. Unfortunately, though, I'm going to be forced to switch out. And I really want to switch into my Giratina. Should I? Because I feel like he's going to Extreme Speed this turn, predicting me to predict him to Earthquake and bring in Ho-Oh. So what I'm going to do is switch in Giratina, hoping that he Extreme Speeds, and got him! Yes! Okay, predictions are on point today. Ah, look at that. Can I afford to lose Fortress? Well, I mean, the only real thing I needed it for was the Arceus. But if he gets up rocks again, that'll be very bad for me. Although Ho can easily set up a substitute on Fortress. I mean, on Ferrothorn, so I guess it's not too bad if I do fodder off my Fortress, but I actually live. And thanks to the fact that I actually have Overcoat, I'm not gonna die off to the hail. And yeah, see, so I mean, thankfully I don't have Sturdy, and I have Overcoat, and I will live. So yeah, as you can see, Overcoat coming in handy, so I'm able to get rid of Arceus, one giant threat out of the way. As he brings in the Mewtwo, this should die off to the Hazards, yep. And look at that, guys, Hazards just coming through for me. He's going to bring in the Darkrai. He can easily set up a substitute on me. Yeah, this is not good. I don't need my third layer, but I don't want to allow this to be behind a substitute. So what I'm going to do is just switch right into my Abomasnow. And then that way I can Ice Shard a substitute, as I'm actually able to live, which is really good. And now I'm just going to go for the Ice Shard. So yeah, I'm in a very good position right now, because as you can see, Kyurem White probably just cleans up the rest of his team at this point, as I'm able to get off a nice bit of damage. He's going to knock me out with the second Dark Pulse, and due to the fact that he tricked off his own Scarf, I can now bring in my own Scarfer in the form of Kyurem White. And I'm free to just go straight for the Blizzard. Yeah, I really have no reason not to. Because anything that he switches in at this point is gonna get knocked out by this Blizzard. Thus why Kyurem White is called Death, because it destroys everything. This game actually wasn't that haxy. I mean, I got paralyzed, but in the end, it didn't really matter whatsoever. And yeah, he knows that he's lost, and that was actually not a bad first game. Alright, so we're gonna go get another one. Alright guys, so we got battle number 2, and my opponent has a pretty balanced looking Sun team. Actually, it looks pretty stally. So let's see if we can break these walls. Leads. He might lead off with Groudon or the Dialga. Actually, he might just lead off with Dialga, as I look at it. So I'm thinking about just leading off with my Ho-Oh. Or he could also lead off with Groudon. Because normally Dialga tend to carry Fire Blast, which roasts Goldie and my Abomasnow. Yeah, I think just Ho is my best lead, as he actually leads off with his own Groudon. Then this turn, I should be able to just safely switch into my Arceus Water. That way I can get on my own Stealth Rocks and break Lugia's Multiscale, which could come in handy later, as he does turn out to have the Stone Edge. I'm just going to go for my Stealth Rocks, as he's probably going to go for his own rocks. And even if he brings in the Ferrothorn, I'm not too worried about that. But I need to weaken Groudon for sure, as he does bring in the Ferrothorn. And I should be able to just bring in my Fortress this turn and just start getting up my spikes. And he has Thunder Wave on this Ferrothorn. Okay, 2 Ferrothorns in a row with Thunder Wave. Not gonna lie, it's a bit annoying, but hey, people run what they want to run. So I'm just gonna go for my Layer of Spikes as he goes for the Leech Seed, just to try to wear me down. This turn I really want to bring in Ho-Oh, but I feel like he's gonna Thunder Wave again. Because if I bring in Giratina, I can just Will-O-Wisp anything, actually. Yeah, I think I'm going to switch right into my Ho-Oh, as he brings in Dialga. And I know I can live any hit that he wants to go for. As he actually turns out to have Balloon, that's probably for opposing Groudons, which is actually really interesting. I've never seen that before, but I'm sure that is a thing. And I can just safely go for the Sacred Fire, because I can literally live any hit that he wants to go for. I don't think Dialga learned Stone Edge. I'm not too sure, to be honest. Don't quote me on that. But yeah, looking at his team, nothing safely takes this. As he brings in Giratina, I got a 50% chance to burn. And I get it. And that's going to be really helpful to me. So what I'm going to do this turn is just go for the Substitute. As he's probably going to go for the offensive move. Thanks to that burn, I'm able to live. And actually, I kind of want to Substitute again, predicting him to go for Shadow Sneak. But I think in the end, just Brave Bird is my best play. And he didn't go for it, which has me thinking maybe he did have rest. So it's a good thing I just went straight for the Brave Bird. So yeah, I have Ho-Oh behind the Substitute. This is really good for me as he brings back in the Dialga. It's still neutral, but it is in the sun, as he's going to break my Substitute. This... That's 5% right there. Look at this. 95 accuracy. I'm not even upset. I'm not upset. Not upset in the slightest. I got a crit, which actually, once you really think about it, makes up for me missing that Sacred Fire. So in the end, it evened out, but that crit definitely did matter. But then again, I missed the first Sacred. Okay, so in the end, me missing does not matter, and that crit did not matter. So are we good? Do we understand everything? Can I move on? Alright. So he brings back in the Groudon. I do not want to stay in on this thing because I feel like he might have enough speed to outspeed me. And that could be very bad for me. So what I'm going to do is just switch right into my Giratina. That way I can just go straight for the Will-O-Wisp as he gets a crit of his own. This is actually not good because now I'm going to be forced to go for the rest. And that could end up really hurting me in the long run of the battle as he brings in the Ferrothorn. But it's fine. Because with his Giratina gone, even if he gets up hazards, I can just safely bring in Fortress and eventually spin them away. So what I'm going to do this turn is actually go for the Sleep Talk because I can always pull the Roar or the Will-O-Wisp, and thankfully I do actually pull the Roar as I roar him out into the Groudon, and I'm thinking that maybe this Groudon is Choice Banded. As odd as that might sound, because even though that Stone Edge was the crit, it still did a lot of damage. As it goes to Dragon Claw, yeah, this thing has to be banded. And I unfortunately pull the rest, but that's fine considering the fact that this turn I will be able to go for the Will-O-Wisp. Also, he might predict me to bring in Fortress, predicting him to go for another Dragon Claw. But in the end, honestly, just staying in and going for the Will-O-Wisp is my best play to go for. Because as you can see on his team, nothing takes a Will-O-Wisp. I wake up, don't miss. Ah, I missed. Ah, that is actually going to be really important. Although I still have use for Giratina. So this turn, I'm just going to make the safe switch into my Fortress as he goes for another Dragon Claw. I'm not worried about that in the slightest. And what I'm going to do this turn is probably just go for the Rapid Spin. Yeah. As he brings in the Arceus, don't get paralyzed. Thankfully, I do not get paralyzed. And now I'm going to be able to go for the Toxic. Again, as long as I do not get paralyzed, I should be in a good position. Thankfully, I do not get paralyzed. Unfortunately, though, he has the Lumberry. So yeah, I'm going to be forced to go for the Toxic again as he goes for the Earthquake. Thankfully, I don't get paralyzed again. So yeah, so far, Fortress is coming through for me. And the question is, though, does he go straight for the Extreme Speed? Because I still have use for Fortress for sure. I'm pretty positive a Ho-Oh can live a +2 extreme speed. Oh, thank you. He went for the earthquake. Okay. Okay, good. Again, it comes down to a prediction game right now. So I'm going to predict him to go for the extreme speed and bring in my Fortress this turn. Because even at +2, Fortress should be able to live a hit because I do have a good amount of defensive investment. Well, 16, but I am impish, so we're about to find out. So let's see what he wants to do. He's taking a while. Okay, so thank you. He made a move as I do live. Yes. Okay, good. This is looking really good for me right now. Unfortunately, at this point, I lose my Fortress. So I'm just going to go for spikes on the off chance that he, like, recovers or something. Although he had Lumberry, so I highly doubt he has recover. And he just ends up going for the earthquake. And now what I can do this turn is bring in my Lambo Blue and just go for the safe protect. As it turns out that he most likely does not have the recover. And I'm going to be able to knock him out with the Toxic and the Hail combination. I don't know if Toxic goes before Hail, but either way, just Protect is my best play to do. And no, it actually turns out that Hail goes first. So yeah, I'm able to get rid of Arceus. Thankfully, I played around it correctly and it didn't do too much damage to my team. So I'm in a very good position right now. He's probably going to end up bringing back in the Ferrothorn this turn. But no, he actually brings in the Groudon. So yeah, this thing is definitely banded, as I said. Thankfully, though, hazards are just really wearing it down. So what I'm going to do is just fodder off my Giratina and just see what he wants to do as he misses the Stone Edge, which is a bit unfortunate, but what can you do? I missed my Will-O-Wisp, so I guess that kind of evens out, so it's not a big deal. So this turn, do I rest? No, yeah, just Will-O-Wisp on the off chance that I do live. Thankfully, I live. I go for the Will-O-Wisp. I do not miss. And this is going to be really good for me as he forfeits. Okay, let's see how the battle would have played out. Eventually, at this point, I would have won, because all I needed to do was get rid of Groudon, get my Hell up, bring in Kyurem White, and click Blizzard. That's it. That would have been the end of the game. So, yeah, that was battle number 2, I think. So, let's go get another one. Alright, guys. So, we got our next battle. My opponent has a pretty offensive-looking team. Well, it might be offensive because, no, because these 4 look like walls, these 2 look like his attackers, so I guess kind of like bulky offense. That would make sense. Okay. Leads though, I feel like he might lead off with the Deoxys or the Darkrai for sure. What do I want to lead off with? I think my best lead should be Ho-Oh, as he does lead off with the Deoxys. This is really good for me. And what I'm going to do is actually go straight for the Brave Bird, as I get off a nice 48%, see what he wants to do as he goes for Toxic. Maybe I should have gone for the Substitute, but I thought he would be faster than me. Okay, well, that's not too bad, I suppose. So what I'm going to do is just go for the Sacred Fire, just change it up because I do have a chance to burn him. So I can definitely use that to my advantage, and if I get rid of the Deoxys, that's one very bulky wall out of the way. As I do indeed get the burn, he's going to go for the Recover. I'm not entirely too worried about that, because I don't know if he has Taunt or not. That's like the one thing that what I'm worried about, because if he doesn't have Taunt, then I can just bring in my Fortress, start laying up my spikes, which is really going to help me, and then I can bring in Arceus to get up my Stealth Rocks. And actually, hold on, I gotta check Arceus' speed, because I think it's faster than Ho-Oh. Yeah, I can just bring in Ho-Oh. I mean, I can just bring in Arceus and get up my Stealth Rocks if I really wanted to. Oh, that was the previous battle. And I'm just gonna go for Brave Bird. Thankfully, I'm able to knock him out, so Deoxys didn't do entirely too much. Because as you can see from his team, nothing's safe, he just quit. Okay, we're gonna get another battle. Alright guys, so this is probably gonna be the last battle just because it's already 4, and I gotta go to work in like 40 minutes, so gonna try to get this last battle in here. He's got a pretty interesting rain team. Leads though, I'm thinking he's just gonna lead off with Deoxys attack. So I think I'm just gonna lead off with my Ho-Oh, because I should be able to take any hit that he wants to go for, and if for some reason he wants to lead off with Blaziken as well, then that's perfectly fine by me. As he actually ends up leading off with the Shaman, and I should be able to just straight go for the Sacred Fire. Hopefully he doesn't flinch me to death. Thankfully I don't get flinched, and I'm able to knock him out. So Skyman, sorry. One big threat already out of the way. Alright. So he's going to bring in the Blaziken, aka the Kyogre. And I'm just going to make the safe switch into my Abomasnow. This way I can get up my Hail as he goes for the Water Spell, which still does 29%. That's actually pretty impressive once you really think about it. And this turn I should be able to just safely go for the Leech Seed, as he's going to be forced to switch out. Thankfully I do not miss, as I'm able to Leech Seed the incoming Blaziken, which is really good for me. And now I'm actually going to bring in Ho, because if I brought in Giratina, I would be forced to go for the rest, as where I can bring in Ho-Oh, I have Recover, and I have Regenerator. So in the end, Ho-Oh is the more offensive, aggressive thing to switch in, and the better switch in my opinion. As he goes for the Flare Blitz, I'm able to easily live that, and I really have no reason to not just go straight for the Brave Bird, actually, looking at it. Because even if he brings in Excadrill, I can then just go for the Sacred Fire, and if he brings in Kyogre, I still get off at least like maybe 15 or 20% on that. Above that, I even have a 50% chance to burn Kyogre, which means I will be able to wear it down a whole lot, as he actually brings in the Kyurem, I guess maybe thinking I would Sacred Fire, which is neutral, but still that's very odd. I guess that was kind of the middle ground switching. And unfortunately though, he now outspeeds me. Well, he does outspeed me, is what I should have said. But yeah, what switches into this? I think just my Arceus Water is definitely my best switch in, as he goes for the Draco Meteor, and oh my god! That did so much damage. I can't breathe. I'm going down. Wow, that did 71%. Holy crap, that thing is a giant ass threat. Oh god, that did way too much damage. Holy crap. I'm gonna try to stay in and get on my Stealth Rocks, hoping that I can live any one hit that he wants to go for, because I mean, Arceus is pretty bulky, although Deoxys attack is very scary. I just have to get on my Stealth Rocks to try to wear down that Kyurem White, because that thing is just going to be way too dangerous, as he actually superpowers, I guess predicting me to bring in Fortress, and I'm going to be able to live the hit relatively well, and thankfully I do get on my Stealth Rock, so this turn I should be able to bring in my Fortress actually. Yeah, and just start getting up my spikes, because I have to find some way to wear him down as he goes for the Psycho Boost. Now he's at -2 special attack and -1 attack, so what I'm going to do is just start getting up my spikes as he goes for the superpower, gets a crit, which probably did matter, but I guess it's not too big of a deal because I still get up a layer of spikes, although if he hadn't had critted me, I probably would have been able to get up at least 2 layers, so that's a bit unfortunate. In the end, it's not really a big deal, as he just knocks me out with another superpower. This should allow me to now freely bring in my Abomasnow, and after being at like -3 defense, this Ice Shard should definitely be able to knock this thing out. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to go straight for the Ice Shard, as he actually switches into the Excadrill, predicting that. Again, this is neutral, so it's not going to do much, although I do get a crit on my own. Highly doubt that mattered. And, well, no, actually I did wear him down, so I guess, I don't think it's going to be game-changing is what I'm trying to say. As he tries to Rapid Spin, thankfully I did just make the safe switch into my Giratina, which means this turn I will be able to just freely go for a Will-O-Wisp, even if he brings in the Blaziken, due to the fact that I have a layer of Spikes up and Stealth Rocks along with Hail. It's just really going to get worn down. As he stays in, just scouting out to see what I wanted to do, I'm able to burn the Excadrill, which means I'm going to be able to eventually ensure that my hazards will be up for this battle. And what I'm going to do this turn is go for the Roar as he tries to go for the Rock Slide. Thankfully I do not get flinched. I'm going to be able to get him out of there as I roar him out into the Kyogre, which is a bit bad, but in the end I'm not really too worried about it, because I mean I have Abomasnow, and I can just safely bring in my Abomasnow, and I should be in a very good position to just go for the safe Leech Seed like I did earlier in the game, and then eventually try to bring in Kyurem White once I do get rid of Kyogre, and just end up winning the game with Blizzards. As he goes for the Ice Beam, thankfully I do not get frozen, and then this turn I will just safely be able to go for the Leech Seed as he brings back in the Blaziken. This is actually really good for me because I missed. Oh, okay. If I had hit the leech seed, I could have gone for the protect this turn and he would have died off to the hail and stuff. Unfortunately, though, that didn't exactly go according to the plan because I did miss, but it's fine. It's not really hindering me whatsoever because I can just bring in my ho-ho as he crits me. I would be upset about this, but to be honest, I'm in a very good position to probably win this battle. And I guess he knows this, so he just ends up running. But yeah, guys, let's take a look at the team. Unfortunately, as I said, it's 407 right now. If you guys like want to check, hold on. I can move this over, right? Yeah, okay, there we go. I'm gonna move this over. Yeah, look at that. It's 4:07 p.m. and I have to go to work in about 30 minutes. So let's take a look at the team again. Kyurem White. Oh, this thing was actually really fun. I liked it. It can definitely clean up late game with just Blizzard itself. You don't even need mod. It's like timid, stab, base 120. It'll never miss. This thing just destroys everything in hell. We got Arceus Water, which I was actually really surprised about. This thing definitely lived up to my expectations, as well as Giratina. I haven't used this Giratina set in like months, possibly even like a year or two. And just, yeah, this thing is just so bulky. It does not die. I really like this Fortress moveset. I think Edgar actually came up for it, and it's specifically for Arceus, like Extreme Killer and Arceus Ghost, so you can stall them out because they are really big threats in the UU tier. We have Lambo Blue, which also impressed me. I really like Obama Snow in UU, and actually in UU, well, actually in Ubers, Hail is my favorite weather to use. And then we have the good old Subroost Ho, which is just such a great Pokemon in general. But yeah, guys, a really fun team. Big thanks to my boy Edgar for passing it to me. If you guys enjoyed the PS Live, feel free to leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe to some more content. With that, I have enough time to probably edit this and leave it rendering. So that's what I'm going to do. And then I'm going to get ready and go to work. So yeah, with that, guys, I will see y'all soon. Enjoy the rest of your night and enjoy the rest of your day. I am out of here. Later, everybody.